What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to an all-new Let's Play your Rome 2 Total War. We are obviously doing a lot of additional growth inside the provinces of Mauritania. And so what I want to do is obviously conquer all of Mauritania, try to get some sort of white peace from Nova Carthago. They obviously were a very powerful empire. And if we could somehow get a white peace, I will construct an additional navy and a very powerful military base inside Tingis. And the idea is I'll probably leave one legion in Mauritania. I'll take 2 of these legions down to Libya and try to liberate them. And so the idea is I'll probably have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll have 5 legions in total. And so these 2 legions, which I guess is General Hux and Gabrielica's legion. I need to press tab to get out of the screen, not escape. So these 2 legions are basically going to be the might of the Roman Empire. And I guess we'll end this turn, but ultimately, no matter where we go, there's going to be a lot of defensive legions and a lot of offensive legions. So it is a little bit of a challenge to try to determine who stays where. And another thing I said before is I also need to be aware.
If we agree to open trade.
I need to be aware of the enemy's naval vessels as well. So that is going to be a little bit of an issue. So that means constructing more naval fleets and hiring on more admirals. Mission failed. I don't really need these missions by any means. And that is fine. Instrument of Deception, and it looks like we had a filthy spectacle, minus 100 senators. As the general sailed down to the Cloaca Maxima, people packed the banks, cheering and waving. The spectacle may have been costly, but you cannot put a price on the benefit of a happy Roman mob. We literally just lost 100 senators. How is that good? It's kind of sad because you never know what's good and what's bad. But ultimately what I plan to do now is let's build a meeting place. And I would like a pit mine, but I have so much money as it is, it doesn't matter. I don't really need any more food, but I guess I'm going to build it anyway. And I think if I ever do get enough population, which I probably will soon, I'll probably get another meeting place or something along those lines. So our public order is going down. Well, over time, I believe the cultural differences will go away, provincial instability will go away, and we can't really, there's no road, because I'm not even in Africa. So now the only way to really push into these provinces is, yes, we could go this way, but we would take so much attrition that it's not really worth it. So I guess what we're going to do is march all of our units into Isle. And next turn, all 3 of us are going to march together, and we're going to try to liberate Tingis. We might need another navy. I don't know yet. Man, negative 15 public order. And I guarantee you, if we move these troops, it's still going to be outrage. But all I really need is the consecrated ground, because we're going to get public order, and the meeting place as well is going to give us public order. So we do have that to look forward to. Let's go ahead and upgrade the archives inside Carthago, which is Carthage. And so the ultimate idea is we're going to get more research. Can I build that anywhere else? What about in Rome? No. What about Brundisium? No. Okay. So now I can also improve Brundisium from a civil colonia to a civil municipium. We're going to get more Latin culture, artillery on the walls, and more growth. So I might as well do that. There goes all of my money. But I think it was absolutely needed. You would think I could build one of those down here. And it looks like I've got it. So why am I losing public order? Or not public order. Like, if I look at Carthage, I'm still losing influence, and I don't know why. So there's obviously some sort of patrician here that is working against me, because I'm losing cultural influence. And the only way I could really do that is build some sort of concentrated ground inside Thapsus, which isn't going to happen for 2 turns. So let's end this episode, or end this turn. Alright, still got some navies inside the Adriatic. No thank you.
Profit in further blood.
If I destroy more and more, not only am I going to conquer more, looks like our second patrician has died, not only am I going to conquer more provinces, but ultimately the idea is I'm going to basically, whenever they give us another peace deal, they're probably going to offer me money, so it's going to be very, very nice. If I move all of these units out, how upset is everybody going to be? Negative 22 possible public order penalties. The provincial instability will go away. The cultural differences will go away. But let's go ahead and build a better horse breeder. I do want some sort of Shrine of Minerva. So let's build that. The Latin culture is changing, which is good. This is only going to take 3 turns, so I might as well build a better logging camp. Let's go ahead and construct a harbor. I do plan on building a military dockyard in Tingis. And I guess, let's get a trader. We are going to lose 1 food, but we're going to make a lot more money. Can you move any farther? Can you move any farther? Yes, you can, but barely. So now, I wonder if we should do forced march. I think we're going to. Only because they get a little bit farther of a range. And so I don't know if it's enough to assault them next turn. Yeah, we're going to have 2 more turns. And I definitely don't want to bring them into forced march as they move on Tingis. I just don't know where these rebels are going to spawn, and I feel like that's going to be a little bit of a problem. Because, as I said, rebels start off really, really weak, but they grow stronger and stronger. Noble death, that is sad, and it looks like we have completed common currency. Our general has died, and it looks like a rebellion is imminent inside Mauritania. Let's get a leader from Julia. We're going to lose 2 senators, but that is absolutely fine. Where is Mauritania? Oh, obviously this is the entire province of Mauritania. Because I'm going to have to deal with these rebels, I'm going to bring 1 unit back for now and set you in Isle. I guess it was a bad idea to move altogether. I can reach Tingis, but I can't assault them, so we now need to make our way closer and closer to Tingis, and next turn we will lead the assault. Let's do a no stance. Wow, we cannot move far at all. Just because I'm going to do a forced march. Can I force march myself into somewhere that has better protection? Like woods. All of these are plains. Surprisingly, these are mountains. Which does not look like a mountain. Oh, this looks like a mountain. Okay, so now that we've unlocked common currency, one thing that I do want to do is looking at Carthage, I do want to raise ourselves an agent. And actually, because we have enough population, let's build a consecrated ground inside Thapsus. And not only are we going to get more public order, but we are going to be getting an improved amount of Latin cultural influence. And so that means this Latin culture is no longer going to decrease. Also, another thing I want to do is construct an agent. So I want to build 2 dignitaries. I guess we really are going to hire both. One will go in Carthage. We can't do anything with him this turn. The other one will go in Rome. Let's hire another. Now, I could go ahead and hire champions. I just don't know what I would do with them. I feel like these military units are going to move on up to Valothri. And I guess we can get rid of these Hastati. And let's go ahead, build 2 Triari, 2 Roman Ballistas. And we can only build 5 units per turn, but this is going to be Arcana's new legion. Looking at our military tech, we just unlocked better construction techniques. We don't really need anything else. Though more public order in every province would be amazing with legal institutions. In fact, though, I think our biggest priority is to get a better navy, but I don't see any areas. Oh, this is what we needed. We needed naval maneuvers, so basically we can eventually unlock docks and dry docks, which is basically going to make our navies a heck of a lot cheaper, and ultimately we can make better navies as well. Okay, let's go ahead and use all of our population inside Corrales. We are now improving the city. It's actually going to be here, which I think is odd. What can we do? We aren't really making that much positive public order. I am making a lot of money through a cattle trader and an archives. I think what I would like to do is an aqueduct would give public order and growth, but I don't need growth. A consecrated ground could give public order and, you know, Latin culture, but I don't need that either. So I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to build another public forum. And the idea is this one's going to be some sort of amphitheater or, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Amphitheater or Colosseum. And so the idea is we're going to get public order and wealth. So I think that'll be one of our best options. In fact, there's actually like no negative modifiers, which I find odd. Alright, are we ready to end this turn? We are now making positive public order inside Phazania. Next turn, provincial instability will go down. Cultural differences will probably continue to go down. So, yeah, not only are we making actual money from Phazania now, we are going to see some improvements. Cattle traders are probably going to be bad, because the public order is going to change. So let's end this turn. But at least next turn, we can finally put our dignitaries to, you know, to work. Okay, so what else can I do? I might need to go ahead and start building up another legion that is still unnamed. And the idea is it is going to take some time to construct, but once we deal with Mauritania, we're probably going to head down to Libya. Yeah, -10 public order penalties. This is not good. But at least we could get our dignitaries to start working. They are going to start spreading, you know, their taxation. This dignitary can move on up here and get you to start working. Looking at Velathri, we could actually make Velathri into a 3 development province, or we could make Araminium into a 4 development province. But it looks like we've already improved Neapolis, so I guess Araminium would be a good idea to improve. We've already got an auditorium. We would probably construct ourselves another meeting place, and that's going to be some sort of trader. Let's build ourselves another legion. House of Junia, House of Junia. This guy has more cunning, so we're going to raise an army. He's going to have some cavalry units. In fact, this unit, we can't move on your very first turn. What you're going to do is build some Equites, 2 Triari, and 1 Principe. And then next turn, we're probably going to get you 6 Ballista. In fact, let's actually build 1 Ballista now. And one more turn, and then our technology is unlocked. We managed to prevent an uprising, so let's bring you to a normal stance. And next turn, we are going to have the Shrine of Minerva. The trader will be unlocked. So a lot of improvements. This unit no longer needs to be in an aggressive march stance. And I guess what we're going to do now is march on Tingis. And we should be able to overthrow the city without any real bloodshed. They do have some garrison units, garrison army, garrison fleet, and they have 1 general, but what we're going to do is just destroy them completely. And now they really no longer exist. This was their military stronghold. What I want to do is convert this into our military stronghold. So let's occupy these forces. Now we are going to be getting better cultural influence. I want to go ahead and disband everything they have. And if I had enough population, I would make it better. Let's get a civil colonia up and ready. We definitely are going to have an uprising. I just don't know when. And this unit is going to make its way down. Next turn, they're going to take Migdial. Is there anything that I can do this turn? So we're going to have an uprising, but basically these units can move in both directions. And just to be safe, I'm going to put you at this crossroads. So that means we are going to have about 25% more movement range wherever those rebels spawn. I hope they don't spawn in this area. Okay, we are building more units. Let's go ahead and figure this out. Another important character requires attention. Your daughter is with child. She swears she has never known the touch of a man and believes that the child is a gift from Mars, the god of war. What we're going to do is keep the child. Last time, I think we kept the child and we got a negative modifier. Wow, all of our influence is gone. That is very surprising. Because we have a lot of money, let's go ahead and secure some promotions. Our influence is disrespected. So now we have a Quaestor. I don't really know what all of these mean. Let's go ahead and secure the promotion of this man. He is 23 years old. But I believe over time he's going to get a lot more gravitas. I believe he went from 19 to 34. I could be absolutely mistaken. It was probably 29. Let's secure the promotion of this man as well. He is now a Quaestor as well. So we now have a lot more influence, but it's still really not all that powerful. Alright, so let's go ahead and end this turn. It looks like we also need to improve one of our generals. Gabrielica's Legion. Now, I am happy that our general was so successful, but we are now going to make him a strategist, which is going to give him more gravitas and more cunning. And another thing I want to point out is we might not even need any type of military bonuses because our legions are so powerful. So what I'm trying to say is, as we upgrade our generals, maybe we can get them more gravitas, which basically gives us more influence. I believe that's how it works, but I could be mistaken. Alright, we have the Rebellion in Isle. So ultimately, if we deal with this rebellion now, it looks like we completed management level 1 of our navies. So if we deal with this rebellion now, they only have 4 units. If I wait a turn, it'll probably go to 7, and they'll get more experience. So let's destroy what we can. Are they going to be able to run away? That was close. They almost ran out of our movement range. I know I'm going to win. 99% chance to defeat them. I don't want to fight them on the field, because might as well auto-resolve. And there they go. They had some Carthaginian rebels, but nothing we can't deal with. So we have a decisive victory. I could actually enslave them, but I don't think I'm going to worry about it. Military traditions have been improved. So like I was saying, oh, this is our Legion. So basically the Legion, unlike the General, the Legion is permanent. So let's improve the traditions of this Africana Legion. And for the one person that is actually watching this stream, if you would like me to name this Legion after you, all you gotta do is leave a comment, and I gladly will. But ultimately, this Legion, much like the others, are going to be, you know, more of a cunning playstyle. So what we plan to do is bombard the enemy with, you know, our ballistas rather than using a lot of bloodshed from our Principes. So what I also want to do is do a forced march, head back to town, so now our public order will change. Next turn, once this forced march is over, what I plan to do is move you into a normal stance. So, looking at, sadly enough, I really wanted, I don't know why I like to do it like, oh, excuse me. Up. I don't know why I like to do this. I wish, I don't know why, but I would really like both of these to be military buildings. Both red and then blue is down here. I get that it makes absolutely no difference. So I guess I'm not gonna, I don't know, just cause I can and I have money, I might as well make that happen. Can I destroy this building? I should be able to. That is really odd that I can't destroy that building. So anyway, what I'm going to do is build a Field of Mars, because basically this is our barracks, and I am going to be building up a workshop so we can build ballistas. I also could build, I'm going to just show you, a practice field, and basically all it does is it gives us more recruitment capacity, but as I improve it, it could make certain units that I construct very, very powerful. And so I could get better range, although I believe it only improves like our not better range, but better damage on our javelins. I could make, you know, units get more experience. I don't really know all the details because I never really get it. But let's build our Field of Mars. Let's build ourselves our shipwright so we can get assault ships as well, so we can finally build up our navy. Now that we're in the next turn, this unit can now go to a normal stance and destroy the city of Migdial. I see they actually have an army, but it is an army of 1 general. See how these are garrisons? These were already there. So basically they have an admiral and a general, but with no army. Let's go ahead and auto-resolve and destroy the province of Migdal. And go ahead and occupy. And we have finally destroyed the faction of Nova Carthago. They used to have all of these areas, but sadly it looks like this nation decided to press the attack while they were down. So obviously what we need to do now is convert this into a port, convert this into a trader, convert this into an auditorium, and it looks like we have a settlement that produces purple dye. We can get a lot of wealth from manufacturing, local commerce, you know, if we upgrade this settlement. So let's do that. And I suppose what we could also do is get level 3 horses, so every single unit that we produce that's cavalry related will now get more cavalry speed. And so I think that's really gonna, you can't go wrong. Where are we now? Actually, instead, what I'm gonna do is remove this. I need the money, so what I'm gonna do is remove this for 1 turn. And next turn, what we're going to do is we're going to hope that this public order penalty starts to deteriorate. Now that we own all of Mauritania, I am now going to take these troops, move them down to Thapsus. You would think our dignitary would start actually making this cultural influence spread in our favor, and it looks like it finally is. So what I want to do is take this, our 5th Legion, which is actually still not named, and you can see that our cavalry is now stronger, or at least it could be stronger. Let's do this. Upgrade for 300, and now we have faster cavalry. So what we're going to do is hopefully build 5 ballistas, and it looks like we do have enough coin. We're going to have 11 out of 20 units in total. I can now create a new technology. Do I want to build a better... So right now we can obviously get a better navy because we just unlocked naval maneuvers. I can now get an even better navy, but it doesn't seem to be worth my time. If I went with cohort organization, I would save a lot of money on recruitment costs and upkeep, but basically it unlocks the cohort barracks, which is what I really, really want. But sadly, the only thing that makes me concerned is all of these really powerful units are going to cost me a lot of coin. So I think what I'm going to do is start making my way. There should be some sort of technology here. It's probably in philosophy, where we're going to get a better... Yeah, see, this is what I want. We're going to be able to get a better library, like a scriptorium. Imagine having 24% research rate. We have 170% research rate now. But every single massive settlement that we construct, if we have a library, our research rate is just going to be improving and improving. So I guess all we can do now is unlock astronomy. We're going to get more wealth from culture and less political incident occurrences and 20 political action. The gods made the heavens, but men can learn much from their work. All right, let's go ahead and end this turn. And I think we're going to have to end this episode as well. I could be mistaken if this episode has only lasted 5 minutes or it has been 25 minutes. The reason why I'm concerned is because when I stream, it only tells me how long I've been streaming. It doesn't tell me how long I've been recording. So if this has only been a 5-minute episode, I am going to go ahead and obviously stitch 2 episodes together to make them longer. But thank you all for joining me. I will see you in our next adventure.